If you don't fit on an airplane in 2024, it's not your fault. It's the airline's fault. Are you serious right now, bro? I came across this video like 2 minutes ago, and if I have to see it, you guys have to see it too.
Airlines make their products smaller every year. Then they blame us for not fitting. If your car got smaller every year, wouldn't you be pissed? Seats are getting smaller, seatbelts are getting shorter, and they pack us in tighter so they can make more money. But when we can't squeeze into their tiny seats, it's somehow our fault. I'm done letting airlines make us the problem when it's them causing it.
You know, after she made this video, a lot of people have just been hating on her, saying she's wrong, and I have to just completely agree with every single one of you. Airplanes have been flying since the 1920s. They didn't just start magically shrinking. You know, maybe, just maybe, you're getting bigger. And this is nothing new. She's been making videos like this, bashing the airline since like 2020. She's been dragging this longer than the Ninja Low Taper Fade meme. Hate to be the one to say this, but actually, no, I love to be the one to say this. The airlines are not going to change because you have unhealthy habits. I said what I said, you know? I'm done sugarcoating things.
Okay, y'all, so I hate to say it, but that man is actually right. I looked it up, and at least according to Forbes, it shows that seat width has not decreased, and instead, it has increased slightly over the past 30 years, which actually makes sense because we do have an obesity problem, especially in the United States and other places in the world, but we do require more seating, and you will see the difference if you're in economy seats versus first class, or if you're flying Delta Comfort Plus. And I think, you know, it's not great to say it, but yeah, we are getting bigger as people compared to those in the past 30 years. Something that has changed, not the seat width, but leg room, that has changed to allow more rows in the aircraft. So yes, lack of comfort from decreased leg room, but not due to the seat width. All right, correction here. There has not been a significant change in the width in the seats outside of anything beyond 2 inches, according to multiple sources.
There's a petition going around for plus-size people to either get an additional seat for free or for the airlines to make a bigger seat for them. They say it's uncomfortable, it's embarrassing.
I'm a little chubby. I'm not exactly skinny. Maybe against bigger is better. The airline can give you a workout plan. If you accomplish enough of the workout plan, then you get your free seat next to you. I feel it would better to have bigger seat that fits everybody. I couldn't put my elbow in the thing because the elbows were very big.
10 years ago, seats weren't this small. For me to wedge my ass in a seat, dude, I'm like...
That cost would go on regular travelers.
That's why. Or for the glorified future, for this utopian society with bigger seats, but...
How small, so I wouldn't know. He's very uncomfortable. They should make some seats wider.
You're on a plane, you already feel like the spotlight is on you. You should totally be given a little bit extra compassion.
If you're going economy, then are you really going to make a complaint about comfortability? I mean, you know what you're paying for.
It was funny, the guy commenting on if you're flying economy, you know what you're paying for. Listen, flights are just getting more and more expensive. So, you know, is it that we have to pay $500 to upwards of $1,000 to get first class seats, depending on where you're trying to go? Or is it better for us to just make the seats more comfortable? That way more people, at least, you know, that are plus size can have some seating and be comfortable and not feel like they are sitting on someone else, and other people don't feel like they're sitting on them. There's a lot of other issues that, you know, people deal with comfortability on a plane. People's hygiene, you know, you're sitting next to someone that smells terrible. Children that are not in their seat and they're kicking and screaming and crying and doing all sorts of things that children do. Rude people that are just taking up space that they don't need to take, or they're loud.
So I'm on my way back from Tampa to flying into Atlanta. So I'm usually the last one, you know, to go in on the plane. I wait till everybody go and get seated so I go in. So gone in E25. So I got in there and like, nah, that can't be right. That can't be right. 2 big people on each end and I'm in the middle. I had to look to the, nah, hell no. Miss, you flowing up all under the seat. You under the armrest. Your hips are in my seat. What? If you 250, 300 pounds, you need to pay for 2 seats. Or fly first class. You don't belong back in economy. No. You wide low don't belong in economy, not like that. No. You violating. So I'm going to sit between both of them. So I got in the seat, sit down. First thing I noticed, I'm sitting on both of them hips because they're flowing up under the armrest. You in my seat. You taking up my territory. I'm already feeling violated. So try to sit back. My elbows is in my rib cage because I cannot put. So both of them big, and they want to sit down with their arms to the side. No, you throw your arms across and you hold yourself together. You don't need to be swinging up. No, you didn't pay for that. And both of you over what 300 pounds. So only thing I could do is lean forward with my head against the back of the seat in front of me and stay there for 2 hours, 2.5 hours. That's what they should have been holding themselves for 2.5 hours. Try to contain the damn self. I go your ass and fly up front. In the big seat. That's wide load. That's heavy haul. Ain't no heavy haul back here. And what the hell? I feel violated.
So it's really hard not to laugh watching this video because this guy is hilarious. I don't think he's trying to be. I think he was really frustrated by this experience, but it's actually funny. Also, I love the Jamaican accent, but I think that going forward, I imagine his lesson may have been learned to not fly in a middle seat. And I do understand his point about, okay, if you're bigger, you probably would be happier getting first class seats and not flying economy. Of course, there's more leg room. Like, I'm happier in those seats, but you're going to pay for that every single trip. Not everyone has that kind of money. And why should they have to? I kind of go back to the airline of like, why are these seats so uncomfortable? Like, get it together. And so that's my take. I think at the end of the day, it's on the airline, but at the same time, as people, we should be considerate of others when we're flying, right?
A teenage traveler has claimed she has been called fat phobic after requesting to switch plane seats because she was sandwiched between two plus-sized passengers. She said that her seatmates seemingly spilled into her chair with their thighs and shoulders on top of her, which was especially uncomfortable given that it was allegedly a long trip. People went wild on the internet calling her all kinds of names. What do you guys think?
Now, I recently was on a plane and I was sitting by a plus-size woman, and this actually sparked the topic of this conversation because it actually wasn't bad. They smelled nice, had a great scent to them. I could feel their hips kind of near me, on me, in my seat, but it wasn't to the point where they're like sitting on me or anything. And I have to say, I'm normally really cold on a plane. I was warm, and it was probably because of them. But it was nice. They were considerate. The only issue I had was trying to because of the seat, like the leg room, there wasn't a lot of leg room for them because they were big and they were taller. I couldn't really maneuver to charge my phone easily. But otherwise it was fine. It was a short flight, I think that
don't travel if you're fat. This is something people have actually told me, and I'm 300 pounds, about a size 22 to 24. But I had a trip planned to Greece, and it's something I was really stressing about. The airline was super accommodating. I flew Delta. But when I actually got to Greece and asked for a different chair that didn't have armrests because I have big hips, y'all, these people got personally offended for me. That, oh no, you are perfect, you are beautiful. I had one guy pull up a bench with extra cushions for my back. When I walked around to go visit the sites, I had one lady pull me aside and she's like, if you need to take more breaks, do not worry about it. There are lots of places for you to sit. If you need more breaks, take them. Shop owners had places for me to sit if I was buying things. Don't be scared to travel just because of your size.
I'm a fat woman traveling, and this is the seat right now. I'm literally go on to half of the next person's seat. So I'm kind of worried that I'm going to sit beside someone who's fat phobic, and I can't put these be bigger.
So I don't think people are fat phobic when they're saying they just want to be comfortable on a plane. I don't think people would care if either the seats were bigger or if you bought an extra seat so that you can both fit comfortably. I don't understand why people are saying it's fat phobic to say that, hey, your hip is in my seat and now I'm scrunched up and now I have less of the seat, which I would have fit okay in, not the most comfortably, but I would have been okay. But now your hip is crushing into my hip and now we're both uncomfortable, right? I don't think that's the right verbiage to use. It's not that, hey, I'm afraid of you or I have a problem with you or I'm trying to discriminate against you. It's literally, hey, we're on this flight for 2, 3, 4 hours and I want to be comfortable for the seat that I bought. I hate that she feels so bad because of her size. Like, this is your size. It's fine. The issue is not really the person's size. We all come in different shapes, sizes, whatever. Like, someone could be fairly slim, but they just have big hips. So what is the issue with changing the seats to actually accommodate the sizes of people today? Like, actually reflect on, hey, where are we today? Okay, well, maybe we need to change up these planes. The issue is, for me, I think it's just the money, right? Even getting newer planes. Like, sometimes on a plane, I'm like, what the heck? There's no, I can't watch TV on here. This is an older plane. It's like, are we gonna make it? So, and it's not like I'm flying Spirit or Frontier or anything, flying major airlines, but it's that.
This is a reminder, if you are plus size and you are flying Southwest Airlines, you can request a courtesy seat, which is an extra seat for free, so you are not rubbing elbows with somebody the entire flight. I'm for real. I've done it twice.
Here's how to fly with an extra seat for free with Southwest's customer of size policy. First option is to purchase an additional seat ahead of time and call after the flight to get it refunded. You'll do this by purchasing an additional ticket that's almost identical to the first one, but you add XS in the middle name to denote it's an extra seat. You could also call customer service to have them book the tickets for you. The second option is to ask a customer service agent for an additional seat once you're at your departure gate. You'll run the risk of the flight being full for this one, but it won't cost you anything out of pocket. Happy and comfortable flying.
Have you been dying to fly in an airplane, but you weren't sure if you'd fit? Hey everyone, we're plus size park hoppers and we range in sizes from 2X to 5X. Make sure you like this video and follow us for more plus size tips and tricks. Flying as a plus size person can cause a lot of anxiety. Between worrying about if the seats are too narrow or if you'll need a seatbelt extender, there's a lot to think about. We've been flying with Southwest for years, mostly because of their amazing customer of size policy. If you think that your body will extend over the arms of the chair, you are able to book an extra seat and you will get refunded for it after your flight. It's super easy to do. You just book as 2 passengers, and for the second one, you put XS in the middle name. This will automatically be recognized as an extra seat in their system. When you get to the airport, you print your boarding pass as you normally would. You will get 2 boarding passes, one for you and one to display on your extra seat. This will let other people know that that seat is reserved. When you book an extra seat, you automatically get pre-board, and this is to ensure that you and your extra seat can sit together. You're also able to bring a friend with you to pre-board, which we think is so nice. We like to ask for our seatbelt extender as we're boarding, and the flight attendants are super nice and discreet about it. The armrests between the 2 seats do come up, so you're able to be more comfortable. We recently flew in their MAX 8 plane, which is super new and very spacious. As a 2X, I did not need a seatbelt extender, and the tray table came all the way down. When your trip is completed, you can call Southwest, and they will either refund the points that you paid or the cost of the second ticket. This policy makes flying more comfortable for everyone, not just us. And we are so grateful that Southwest offers this. We hope that these tips help you have a more enjoyable flight experience.
Okay, I'm sorry, but her saying that plane was super spacious is ridiculous. They say that, meanwhile, seeing her knees practically touching the next seat in front of her, that's ridiculous. It's not spacious. I almost felt like it was a Southwest advertisement, which if that was the case, I get it. But let's not act like the leg room has not decreased And that is definitely including economy, but I believe that also includes first class. I haven't been able to research that one, but I have heard for a long time that first class leg room has decreased a bit, but I have sat in first class and the leg room is fine for me. But I'm not super tall. I'm average weight. Like I don't have issues typically when I'm on a plane, unless there's a crying baby somewhere around or someone's like trying to elbow me or something. Normally it doesn't happen. So I don't have too many concerns, but still, if I was, I would be wanting some extra leg room. And honestly, who doesn't like to spread their legs out, relax, kick back? Like that is what would make a more comfortable plane ride. So elbow room, leg room, that is all we're asking for. And I think that will resolve all the issues that people have where they're going back and forth talking about weight. It's really not even a weight issue necessarily, unless we're talking about the capacity of the plane, like the load that the plane can actually take. And then we get into, okay, a person's weight versus the weight of the luggage and all these things. So that's a different conversation. But when it comes to comfortability with the seating, I feel like that should be adjusted. Like call up Boeing, tell them, hey, we got to make some adjustments. I know it's a money thing. We keep reusing the old aircrafts. We don't want to have new ones. But I do believe that will resolve a lot of our issues.
Things I do as a chronically ill and plus-size person when I travel. First things first, leave yourself plenty of time for travel and always open the windows when you take an Uber. Going through security, you have to take your mask down just for a second. This is my mini portable HEPA air purifier that I just turn on and put on the seat right next to me while I wait. Then I make sure to put my feet up on my suitcase and always wear compression socks, people. These are key. I pack a lot of snacks and a wrap and also electrolytes so I stay hydrated. I wear a mask the entire time I travel, and I switch to this double-masked KF94 when I'm about to board my plane. Buying a mini fan was the best thing I ever did. It keeps me cool when it starts to get warm as I'm waiting for my plane. I get to board first because I have a disability and I always ask for a seatbelt extender. And here you're seeing my in-flight migraine that I'm massaging away.
Passengers flying Air New Zealand are now undergoing personal weight checks. That's right. The airline over the next few weeks is having international travelers step on a scale so it can determine an average passenger weight. The airline says the information is being recorded anonymously, kept private, and only being used to help improve fuel efficiency.
The easiest way to tell if someone is a good person in an airport is see where they put their luggage when they get on the plane. If they put their carry-on luggage in the overhead compartment and they put their personal item, like their backpack or their purse, under their seat, they're a good person and they're like aware of their surroundings. If they put their backpack or their purse or like that little small item, if they put that in the overhead compartment so that no one else can put their carry-on luggage on and they have to check it and then they have to wait by baggage claim to get their stuff, they are the worst type of person, and they deserve a jail sentence for life.
Take your laptops and electronics out the bag. If you got a hoodie on, take it off. Take it off. How many times have I been talking? Sorry, is this your bag? Hey, damn! You see this young lady trying to get it on the rack?
Hey, Fred, take it off. We can go private if you want to. Please. What? Here, put this back on. Wait, she snatched the wig.